On a chilly autumn evening, a young man named Jake found himself stranded on a desolate back roads of Appalachia. A broken down car and a fading sunset left him with no choice but to hitchhike his way to the nearest town. He hoped for kindness, but the road seemed long and empty. Alright, ready to get scared? Turn off the light, get cozy, and let the chill begin. After what felt like an eternity, a rusty old pickup truck pulled up. The driver, a grizzled man with wild unkempt hair, offered Jake a ride. "Hop in," he grunted, eyeing him with a judgment that sent shiver down Jake's spine. But desperate times called for desperate measures, and Jake climbed into the trunk's cab. As they drove, the man muttered cryptic stories about the era, warning Jake of tales that chilled the bones. "Stay off Swanson Hollow," he rasped. "They say it's haunted." Intrigued but skeptical, Jake tried to dismiss his words. Yet, every mile they traveled, the atmosphere grew heavier, the trees pressing closer and blocking the remnants of the setting sun. Suddenly, the driver took a sharp turn down an unpaved road, leading Jake deeper into the woods. "You don't want to go here," Jake protested, but the driver merely chuckled, eyes widening in wild frenzy. "This is where the spirits dance." As twilight descended, they emerged into a clearing. Descript old house loomed before them, walls covered in grimy vines, windows dusted with decades of neglect. The driver stopped the truck and turned to Jake with an unsettling grin. "You said you wanted an adventure, didn't you?" Before Jake could respond, the man sped away, leaving him alone in the fading light. Feeling unnerved, Jake glanced around. The air grew colder, the shadows deeper. He took hesitated steps towards the house, inexplicably drawn to its eerie presence. Just as he reached the porch, he heard whispers, soft, beckoning voices from within. Against his better judgment, Jake pushed open the creaky door. Inside, the remnants of once vibrant home greeted him. Faded photographs, overturned furniture, and a chilling silence that enveloped him. The whispers grew louder, echoing through the darkness. "Help us! Help us!" they pleaded. Jake shivered, heart pounding. He moved cautiously, exploring room after room, each room unsettling than the last. In one room, he stumbled upon a dusty old mirror. As he gazed into it, a fleeting shadow flickered behind him. Gone before he could turn. He turned to look, but found no one. Suddenly, the front door slammed shut with a deafening bang. Panic surged through Jake as he dashed toward it, only to find it locked tight. Cold dread washed over him. He was trapped. In the dim light, he spotted a flickering candle illuminating a table covered in strange symbols and old photographs. As he approached it, his breath caught in his throat. A photograph of himself, standing with friends at a campfire years ago. But behind him in the image was the old house. Confusion merged into terror could he have been here before? Ignoring the whispers that grew desperate, Jake turned back towards the door, desperately shaking the handle, but it wouldn't budge. Then he felt it, a cold hand resting on his shoulder. He whipped around, face to face with a ghostly figure, its eyes hollow and sorrowful. "Help us! We're trapped!" it wailed, voice echoing with despair. With every word, images flooded Jake's mind. Lost souls trapped in this house for eternity. Victims of a restless curse. They had all hitchhiked like him, wandering into darkness, never to return. Jake stumbled backward, nearly falling. "What do you want from me?" he cried out. The spirits pointed towards the mirror, their faces twisted with desperation. The whispers became a cacophony, drowning out his own thoughts. Realization struck. The only way to break the curse was to help them find peace. Jake hesitated, fear gripping him, but the yearning for freedom in their eyes compelled him. "I'll help you," he vowed, shaking but determined. He hurried back to the mirror, chanting the words the spirits guided him to, feeling their presence growing stronger. The mirror rippled, revealing a swirling vortex of light and shadow. Just then, the ghostly figure launched, grasping his arm and pulling him closer. Fingers entwined with icy despair, Jake summoned all his strength, repeating the incantation louder, drowning out their tortured cries. The mirror exploded in a flash of blinding light, and for a heart-stopping moment, everything went white. When the light faded, Jake found himself back inside the roadside, the sun rising over the horizon. Confused, yet relieved, he realized he was free from the haunted house and the spirits that lingered there. As he walked away, a rumble of thunder roared behind him. Glancing back, he saw the silhouette of the old house dissolving into mist, the sounds of anguished cries fading into the wind. Jake vowed never to hitchhike again, knowing some roads were not meant to be traveled. He walked on, grateful for the second chance, forever haunted by the memory of Hitchhiker's haunting. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey to real-life horror. Remember, the scariest stories are often the ones that live next door. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, subscribe, and share your own scary experiences in the comments below. Until next time, keep your lights on and stay safe.